Hello there. So this is a video I'm very excited to show. This is a video on my Wonderful Sabers Twin Suns. This is a pair of sabers of Ahsoka's white lightsabers, the hilts that Ahsoka uses with the white blade from Rebels and The Mandalorian Season 2. So, as you can see here, you get the long hilt. This is installed by Matt Fur. And this is powder coated by Shane Moore of Sith Lord Sabers. He did an excellent job. Looks really good. Is it the most accurate Ahsoka Rebels Mandalorian sabers ever? Absolutely not. Is it the highest quality? Probably not, but it does the job and it's really nice. These are actually kill keys, as you can see here and here. You can kind of see that black piece right there. Those are kill keys. And those are recharge ports, which is nice because the install on this is kind of hard to get to, and it doesn't have a removable battery system. It's a recharge port, so it is a little difficult to get to, but it is nice sabers nonetheless. These are both installed with Proffie 2.2 and Neopixel. They have lit PCBs. I want to say these are the stock PCBs, but one of them is not working. But it's whatever, it doesn't matter. So these are the Wonderful Sabers Twin Suns. You can buy these empty. I'm going to leave a link in the description to where you can buy them from. I bought these secondhand. These sabers have been on a journey. These have, exchanged hands probably, 3-4 times, something like that. But I do love them. They are really nice. It does have that nice Kurosawa feel that George Lucas really wanted when showing off, stuff with Jedi and with Star Wars in general and the fighting styles is, the Kurosawa films and Japanese type stuff and samurai type stuff. And, Dave Filoni really did a great job in Mandalorian, showing off Ahsoka, and she really, captured that feel, especially in that one episode. So, if you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's been like a few months now, so this shouldn't really be a spoiler. Pretty much the entire world knows it. If you haven't watched it, go watch it because it's incredible. So what I actually did for these sabers is I bought two new blades. One is a 36-inch blade. So this is from Bendu Armory, 36-inch pixel blade, and then a 26-inch pixel blade for the shoto. So 36 for the main hilt, 26 for the shoto. And the reason why I did that is if you look at this picture right here, I found this on a Facebook group. It's like an Ahsoka Facebook group. And as you can see, they measured out a picture of Ahsoka, Rosario Dawson, Ahsoka, in The Mandalorian in her sabers. And you can see that they measured how exactly her blade length came to be, that 36 and 26. And, I'm not a math nerd or anything like that, but this person that created this did that. And that's kind of what I went along with because it is fairly accurate. Probably as accurate as you could probably get, other than actually being on the set and measuring how long the blades are. A few inches, give or take, isn't a huge deal, but it feels really nice. The shoto blade feels really nice. It feels really cool to have a shoto blade. A 36-inch blade feels like a 36-inch blade. And I mean, look at the comparison between the two hilts. I mean, there's a huge difference in size between the two hilts. And once you add the 36-inch blade to the main hilt, this is a monstrosity. It is huge. Like, it's so big, in fact, that the shoto hilt with the blade inserted is shorter than the 36-inch blade in total. It's like this with the blade inserted is like probably 33-ish, 34 inches, since this is less than 10 inches. So these two together feel really nice. Some people may criticize the quality, saying that it feels, kind of cheap. A lot of people pick on this right here, this line that splits on both sides, and you're like, oh, that looks like a little toy or something like that. This shoto hilt feels really solid, and I don't know why, but the shoto hilt feels heavier than the main hilt, even though they're installed with the same exact thing. So it does feel weird, but the shoto hilt feels really good quality. If you watch the shows and if you watch behind the scenes of The Mandalorian season 2, you can actually see the prop that they're using for Ahsoka, and there are the same lines, and there are lines on the Galaxy's Edge ones or whatever, the Disney ones make nowadays. But in terms of accuracy, look, I really don't care that much for the accuracy of these. I mean, it's accurate enough for me. Some people are real, sticklers for the accuracy on these. I don't care as much. There are other hilts out there that I care more about accuracy for, which is one that's coming in the future. I sought out the most accurate one that I could get. But for this, I didn't care. I bought this from Dylan Dimbeck from Dimbeck Relics. Go check him out. He does some great work, especially on like scrap flex type builds. He's a good dude. He's funny, and he's a friend of Jeremy from Solo Sabers and Benji from Nerfer Customs. So he's a cool dude. He's really funny, and go check out Dimbeck Relics. So like I said, these are the Wonderful Sabers Twin Suns. I need to mention this because this is probably where you first heard of this saber and this company before. I've talked about scam companies in the past, and I'm not saying that Wonderful Sabers is a scam company. Don't get it confused. Wonderful Sabers, Nigel, he's a cool dude. DX Sabers, which I've talked about before, they stole photos of these and tried to sell it as their own, saying that they made it. Paul from DX, he even went so far as to make fake draw-ups of these sabers and said that he created them and all that kind of stuff. Bullied the owner of Wonderful Sabers, Nigel. Paul didn't make these. If Paul made these, I wouldn't have them because I don't buy from DX Sabers and I never will buy from DX Sabers. So, being that these exist, how is Paul from DX? How are they only at DX Sabers? They're not. So I don't feel like going into full detail because this video is not about that, but I just wanted to say that because it makes me incredibly upset that people are actually believing Paul from DX and thinking that, oh, that's the only place that you can get these when you're being lied to. Nigel from Wonderful Sabers, that's him. He did these. So that's just, I wanted to mention that because this is the exact saber that DX Sabers tried to copy and say that there was theirs. They still have it on their website saying that it's theirs and you can only get it from them. Guess what? You can't, because they don't have permission to sell these. They don't have permission to use the photos. They don't even have these. They're lying to you. So if you want these sabers, these exact sabers, this is from Wonderful Sabers. This is from Nigel. This is from Wonderful Sabers. It is the Wonderful Sabers Twin Suns. You cannot get these exact sabers anywhere else because they're only made by Wonderful Sabers. There are other replica styles of Ahsoka, like from KR Sabers, from Cal. They haven't, I think, from like 4 years ago or something like that. They may do a new run. I'm not exactly sure. Those are probably a little bit higher quality than these, but a little bit more expensive. These are more budget oriented, and they feel a little bit more budget oriented, but that's not to say that they're bad. I actually really enjoy these sabers, and I love the feel of that, that thin design. It makes it feel like a samurai sword, something like that. So I really love these sabers. I probably will keep these, a little bit more of like a display piece because they are a little fragile, especially in this emitter section. This emitter is held on by these 4 screws right here, and that's what's holding on the emitter. So when you have like a long blade, like a 36-inch blade, it feels a little wobbly. It's not horrible, but it is just something that I am a little bit wary of. But I do love this saber. Actually, I do love these sabers. They are really nice, and I really enjoy them. So I'll leave a link in the description below where you can get these. From Wonderful Sabers, you can only buy them empty, but then you can send them to an installer. There aren't a ton of people that have these installed that I've seen on YouTube. I think maybe like one video that I've seen installed, and that's it really. But if you do want these sabers, there are a few options. You can get these from Wonderful Sabers. You can get, if you can find them, you can get these from KR Sabers. I don't think they're selling them right now. If somebody's willing to let them go, which is highly unlikely, then you can probably find them. They do sell, the Galaxy's Edge ones or Disney or whoever makes them. Those are probably a little bit lower quality. And I definitely recommend going check out Behind the Scenes of The Mandalorian Season 2, and you can actually see these in action. You can see how they made them and how they look. They actually have like the blade on, and then there's tape. They held the blade on with tape. It's kind of janky, but that's how they did it for the show. So if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, subscribe, and may the force be with you.